Hello,
Hello there,
welcome to Poor Pads Gaming. My name's Wolfen,
and I'm Bitterfish.
and we have a suspect in custody. Well, he's not in custody yet,
No,
With
you've said he's under arrest.
but I haven't told him that. I need to tell him that. That is the key thing.
You did tell him. You said you're coming with me.
Yeah,
which
but
is
I didn't
like
say
an
you're under arrest. You have to say you're under arrest. You have to do things. If I could remember, because it has been a very long time, I'll do it properly, if you like, and we can see how wrong I get it.
Yeah. But we'll see how. Go with what's natural at the time, whether you like melt his face off.
Hopefully it goes smoothly, and if it goes sort of smoothly to begin with, I'll like, for people that haven't been arrested, I'll do it in a way that you can sort of see how an arrest should go if done professionally. Keeping in mind that I haven't prepped for this, which you normally would do. So
Psyching yourself up in the back.
I will. Well, no, yeah. Well, whilst you're, if you know what you're doing, like say this was an actual police thing, a police operation, and we were going in. Before we went to go and get him, we would have all of the charges. We would know what we were doing. We would know where we're going to go. We would know what we're going to say. And there are things that you do have to say whenever you arrest.
And you're like, Jerry, I'm going to use you as a sounding board. You basically just arrest your friend.
For really big important things, yeah, you do practice it because you have to. There's only one time when you cannot give somebody the caution if you're arresting them. There's only one time, and that is if they are drunk.
They want to stand it.
You don't have to caution them at the time, but you do later whenever they're sobered up a little bit.
Yeah.
That is the only time. So we'll see if I can ad hoc it without any preparation and see if we can do a professional arrest.
We'll see what happens. Right.
Right, where is it?
Music and game. Yes.
Nope, not that one. This one. That's the one. Let's get rid of that. And then let's switch to the game first, and then open it up so we don't have to fuck about with the resolution going crazy. Oh, but it still went a bit crazy. What? It was shift, tab. Oh no, I didn't do it.
No, I'm afraid you didn't. You have to open the Steam overlay in the game.
Yep.
Yep. Then you can mouse out of it.
Oh, I didn't like it.
It's fine. Oh yeah.
Okay, there we go. Right. We got the windows open. Okay. So are we ready?
I'm so ready. I want to see how this concludes because I honestly don't remember.
Oh, it's all gonna go horribly wrong.
Sure, it'd be fine, he says. Is that loading?
I hope so. There we
go. Okay. It's thinking about it.
Oh. He's looking a bit wolfy. Oh, and a bit bloody.
Don't worry about that.
I mean, your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
Pixel's still missing.
Yeah.
Not if I can avoid it.
Poor Faith.
No.
I'd be interesting to test how
Only
glamours
sister.
work, because the head was separated
Only.
from the body, but it still held the glamour.
Do you even give a shit about us? The strays.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree.
No!
Nope. You've been good.
We're not
Good
burning
boy.
the tree, Snow.
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
I don't know. Snow will come around. She's just... the crane thing hit her hard, and she doesn't really know who her friends are right now.
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you
So
is
get
the
shot
morgue.
as much as I like, but
Yeah.
no silver.
Yeah.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
Now, if I remember correctly, you said, yes, we do. You're coming with me. You're basically like, yeah, we do. But I'm arresting you. What happens?
See, that's them whenever we would go down the line of going to the courses and stuff.
Forget how often the episodes were released, but you can already tell like that they put a lot of time and effort into the animation and such compared to the first one.
You've come a long way. You must be tired. And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff, relax for a moment, will you?
Hard whenever you've got a gun.
Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant. Really, a carpaccio. It's slop.
Honestly, see, this is where you would say it now.
Yeah.
Right, so, are you ready? I'll make a clip of this and I'll send it to a solicitor friend of mine for them to go over it and pick it through and see how all of the mistakes that I've done. Right, so you're ready? Right, we go. Crooked Man, you're under arrest for suspicion of murder, assault, racketeering, bribery, money laundering, attempted murder, soliciting prostitution. Oh, what else have we got?
Not even soliciting. He was running prostituting, so that is.
Yeah.
Is it still solicitation when you're managing it?
Yeah, because
Okay.
you're encouraging it and you're funding it. Funding it might be a separate charge. I don't want to say prostitution because not him, but running it. But prostitution, yeah. We're in America, but I would probably say illegal firearms, possession of an illegal firearm.
I cannot imagine they have licenses. for
Exactly.
this,
So
yeah.
we'll say possession of a legal firearm, assault PC, attempted murder PC, and probably something else under business-related stuff, which I'm not entirely 100% on. So
I would say that came under racketeering laws, but
Yeah.
Under modern American laws, you'd probably get like FISA warrants to indict like person for the actions of their organization, which is specifically the laws that were brought in.
but is he an official registered organization though?
It doesn't matter. It was for organized crime. They were brought in so that any crimes that were committed on behalf of yourself or your crime organization were, could be stacked against you as its head because you ordered it.
Okay, well, we've already failed horribly because the two constables have decided to have a chat about what we're
Yes,
charging him with right
absolutely.
in front of him. So you're under arrest under suspicion because it's not proven. Suspicion of all of those things. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something which will later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given as evidence. Your arrest is going to be compliant with Code G in order to ascertain your name, because I do not believe that your name is the Crooked Man. So we have a power of arrest based on to ascertain your name. I do not believe that this is your address, and we are not sure where your address is, and you have a magical doorway to your facility, so we will also need to ascertain your address. It is also going to be to protect people and persons, because murder and assault are charges against you, so it'll be to prevent further harm or interfering with witnesses to anyone else. We don't need to worry about the highway. That is only the other one that we can deal with whenever it comes to arresting somebody. You're not blocking the highway, so we've got no power of arrest over that.
Right.
But we do have a power of arrest. The final one is for a prompt and effective investigation into the previously aforementioned charges in order to prevent you from interfering with evidence that we will come back to collect, which may prolong the investigation procedures.
Okay.
That is what we would say all in one go.
Right.
In order for it to be top-notch, perfect arrest.
And if they say what's under like category G?
Category G is your reason why you're arresting. You can arrest anyone for any reason, but you have to meet one of those 5 criteria in order to actually arrest. You need to ascertain name is one, ascertain address, to prevent harm to another, blocking of the highway, or a prompt and effective investigation. They're the only 5 reasons that you can arrest. And everyone would always go for prompt and effective investigation.
It's real
because
vague.
it's really easy.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
You can
oh
read
yeah,
that one
we're
quite-
arresting you so that it helps the investigation. And then codes G is you now need to elaborate on why we're doing that. And as I said, it's so that we can gather evidence and prevent you and your colleagues or suspected colleagues from getting rid of evidence, destroying evidence, tampering with witnesses and things like that. So that's why we have the prompt and effective investigation. So I think that covers everything. So we've now given you your caution. We've said anything you say will be given in evidence, and your response is to offer us a drink, which means we would have to get the pocket notebook out, and we would have to put his reply to caution down as, would you like a drink? He's the crooked man because he has a very crooked nose. Yes, and also a bit of a lopsided eye.
Yeah, the whole thing with him is like, I think it's a rhyme. There was a crooked man who walked a crooked mile. He had a crooked step and he wore a crooked smile, that sort of thing.
And it's because he was attached to a wheel. He was one of the bone wheels, Broggles, from Dark Souls.
Right.
So
what are we going for? Have a drink, it's over, or we're not friends. Or nothing.
It's over. You're being polite, but it's over. I need to interrupt you because you're continuing to talk, and I don't want to have to take all this down on my pocket notebook as your response to caution. So I've told you it's over. Let's go.
Sirloin.
I told you, crooked man, it's over.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna.
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating.
Fantastic.
So don't
come down the station then.
silver. Sit down, Jersey. Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here?
Oh, I just did.
It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You killed those women. You're destroying this town. You tried to kill me. Well, the direct response... Well, if I say you tried to kill those women, he's going to immediately palm it off onto one of his lackeys.
Or say, how do you know I'm responsible for that? That's a bit much.
Yeah.
Or you tried to kill me. He says, I know nothing of that. You know,
Exactly.
because it's his, as always, but the reason that they changed the laws in America for organized crime is because of exactly that. You couldn't pin a crime on the person making the decisions. So they changed the law to basically say, if you were part of an organization and your organization committed those crimes in furtherance of its aims, as its head, those are your aims.
You can hear, however, it is all covered under the definition of murder. So if he
Committing murder,
if he gave the order, he is still guilty of murder. But then it's obviously about proving it. But it's not exactly like we're gathering lots of evidence here. But I imagine this is going to be a very talky. Court episode. Court episode.
A bit. I imagine there's going to be blood.
You tried to. I'm going to say you're destroying the town because I think the other 2 options he'll try and palm off onto other people and do exactly what you just said of basically go, oh, I had no knowledge of that at all.
But also, if you say you're destroying the town, he will have the legitimate argument, which is he's helping people that have been utterly let down by the existing system. And he's correct, he has been.
But we have proof of him committing prostitution, blackmail, bribery, assault, slavery. So are these really helping, or are these only helping the people that he wants?
He's helping people who come to him, and he can make that argument. And he can make arguments about all 3 of these things. So you're basically picking your poison here.
I imagine he's going to do that. God, I wish I was happy about Court episodes a few years ago.
It's because Court episodes are great. Suddenly you have to justify all the beliefs of the TV show or game.
Well, I'm going to do the overarching one. I'm going to say destroying the town.
You're destroying this town. You've been doing it for ages.
Destroying this town? What on earth do you mean?
What the hell do you think I mean? Slavery, kidnapping, extortion, murder?
Exactly.
What would you call the wholesale corruption of Fabletown?
I would call it the baseless accusation of a desperate sheriff. How are you certain this isn't some conspiracy against me? I'm a well-connected man. Well,
You're behind this conspiracy. Who would do that? You can't play me. It is just going to be a wordy episode, isn't it? This one.
For a bit, I think. Like,
You're behind the conspiracy. I mean, there isn't. I mean, there isn't really that much of a conspiracy. The only conspiracy
everyone says it's the Crooked Man.
The conspiracy. The only conspiracy there is him being guilty of conspiracy to commit murder because he's conspired with his colleagues in order to kill other people.
And you have to justify
But,
that.
Yeah. We'll keep it vague. You can't play me.
People do like to take their shots at me.
Don't try to play me. It won't work.
I'm not trying to control you. I have no need for treachery, Bigby. I do everything right out.
Says the person who has everything hidden and treacherous.
And I'm truly sorry about the trouble all this has caused you. And I hope you believe me when I say, Sheriff, that I sincerely mean to make it up to you.
Come on
The
down.
recent
to the station,
murders
then.
that have gotten such attention as of late. I don't relish telling you that they were perpetrated
Bloody
by an
Mary.
employee
Of
of
course.
mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you, and to assure you that it's over with. You
Okay.
really don't need to worry yourself further.
An unfortunate
we
bit
can,
of business.
He says he's going to cooperate.
Yeah.
So let's see if we can stir the pot. That's my plan.
The Crooked Man will remember that.
You're gonna tell me right now who killed him.
Sheriff, I have complete respect for you. and
Oh,
your
you're
job.
not cooperating
I
now.
hope you know that. But I simply can't divulge that information.
So you're going
You
back
really
and you're
shouldn't
saying
worry
cooperating.
yourself. As I said, I've got this under control.
No, I'm gonna deal with it right now.
Yeah, right. What do you think this is? Some kind of negotiation? The man said he'd take care of it. So why don't you take the hint
I
and
saved
get
your
out?
brother.
Yeah. It is. You're right. It isn't a negotiation. I'm here to enact the law that has been given to me by Snow White. So yeah,
Tweedledee, please.
you've all been doing
I'm
illegal
the
stuff.
law here, not you. Now tell me who did it.
You think I'm scared of you? You're nothing more
That's
than a...
enough. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this.
Stop playing police and play. No, that's why it's fun. That's the spin that we're putting on it, though. I was hoping it didn't come to this, but in the interests of preserving our alliance.
In the interest of preserving our alliance.
Come on, who is it?
If you have to know, it was Georgie. However, like I said, I'll be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Okay, so he is aware that Georgie has committed murder, so he has now just confessed that he is aware that murders have taken place, and he has hid it, so you're now further under arrest for withholding information and impeding a police investigation.
Yeah.
Georgie.
You got what you wanted, so just...
Sit down. Now.
You don't seem to have a lot of control over these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I killed him,
We
so
now have a
what?
confession. So, Georgie, I'm now arresting you under suspicion of murder. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defense if you do not mention one question. Something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be used against you. I won't go over the arrest things. Why'd you do it?
You should have just kept your nose where it fucking belonged.
Why'd you do it? Why kill
I
them?
don't think he did.
Does it matter?
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So,
Ooh, I like
let's work
that.
something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection.
Pocket notebook going crazy
I'm
at this
protected,
point.
aren't
I
I?
am protected, aren't I? It said said Georgie to the Crooked Man, who was
Has
said his
limits.
protection has
I
limits.
think you far exceeded yours. But you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
Critical statements. Stop talking. Please stop talking.
Hang on, can you slow down? I have to catch up.
You have a right to remain silent. Please use it.
Told me
Attempt
to
to
kill him.
blame me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, this. You're just gonna let him do this?
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms?
Yeah, down
You
a.
can have Georgie. Consider it.
Well, I'm having both of you, to be honest, because, yeah, you gave him the order, he's done it, so you both are under arrest, and anyone else here that wants to get involved is coming as well.
Ensuring our continued cooperation.
I think I'll be taking both of you.
You're not taking me, you fucking ponce. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Both two very critical statements, them things there. Fantastically critical.
Fantastic.
Yeah, they are having an argument between the two of them.
Let's go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
Critical statement from him saying that they're all in on it.
Yeah, and that there's more to be found.
Yeah.
Cool.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one? Who the shit do you think you fuckers are?
Get the fuck out of here.
I do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere.
She's in the lake. Got it.
I'll roll
Oh, yeah,
over
they
on
said
the lot
that,
of you
yeah.
before I let that shit.
But we got the body, didn't we? The troll.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah,
we
yeah.
got
That's
her.
right. She
yeah.
was. He put. Yeah, the frog kid. Found
Yeah,
her.
yeah. So we've got.
That's a
They
shame.
just don't know that we've recovered the body.
Yeah.
Grab Georgie. Grab the crooked man. I told you I'm taking you in. We're not going to grab anyone just yet, but I told you I'm taking you in.
What are you saying?
I already told you. I'm taking both of you in, so let's go.
This could have gone so well.
Yeah, well, your people clearly
To
don't
speak
play
the
by
truth,
even
I've
your
never
rules.
been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
Oh dear.
Did I
So
miss anything?
resisting arrest it is then.
Well, look at you all fixed up.
Ooh, smack.
Georgie, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Okay, this is going to be a no holds barred fight then.
Yeah.
Ooh. There are weapons here. There are multiple people.
This.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, cool.
Oh dear.
You're
Magic
done,
house.
Wolf.
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
Lethal force has been authorized. Man with a knife.
I'd like to say it was nice knowing you.
Ooh.
Fucking hell.
Okay, those two are taking out the fight. We've got two hostiles left. One hostile left.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh.
This way.
Oh, goodbye, Jersey. Fuck.
Clonk.
You were too beautiful for this world.
Oh, into the magic portal we go.
It's probably gonna kick us out somewhere random.
Oh, shit.
Beginning of
I
the
know.
end.
Oh, not random. Okay. Wherever the mark happens to be.
Yeah. Come on, Georgie, with me. I'll take you to the A&E right away. That'll be our first job. First stop.
She's gonna truly get on it.
Don't you know, I chase cars as a hobby. Oh, less casualties.
So far? I presume that's a health bar at the bottom.
No idea. To the right. Going up. Somebody wasn't happy about that. What? What? More what?
Train tracks.
Overpass. What?
was that?
You know what it is. Come on.
Hi. Oh, but he was in it.
Ah, I see.
Fuck. Well, come on, give me the steering wheel. We need to.
No!
Take him off!
I can't!
Oh, someone's gonna be in now, TC.
Oh, please don't break.
She heard you. You should have said it so loud.
Okay, we've gone down an alley. We've gone down an alley. Let's turn around. Why didn't we just
Gun
drive
it!
Dive through the windscreen.
Do it!
He's not moving.
Keep going!
Oh, okay, no, that's fine. Sounds very meaty when he's jumping about.
Come on.
He's dense, that's why.
No, but it just sounds like a wet bag of meat in my ears.
I mean, that's all like people are.
Back at the pudding and pie. Oh, we really need to get you to a hospital, mate.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah. No, we're...
Man, New York cops really suck. So we'll just leave that out there, it'll be fine.
Hmm.
Come on. We can't stay here.
Hang on. I need a minute.
Okay.
Let's have a quick listen.
Can you stand up? It's okay. Take your time. Slowly.
Oh, it's no fucking use. No way I'm walking out of here.
How did this happen, Georgie? How did it get this?
Let's see if we can get there quick, see if hopefully can help him at least.
Shit. Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses. Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that.
I want you both.
Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go. That
He kind of like...
Yeah, he needs medical attention
So,
right now.
you're
Our
coming with
priority,
me?
our priority has changed. He needs medical attention.
I'll load your guts in.
Yeah, you could. Yeah,
Still conscious, which is a good sign.
you're coming with me.
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
You gonna carry me?
Yeah.
Please,
To the
Sheriff.
hospital.
Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
Vivian, you don't know what you're doing.
You can't seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere.
Well, then you're impeding an
It
investigation.
isn't his
and
fault.
He's a murderer.
An arrest.
Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
What?
He made sure they couldn't
Murder
talk
isn't
with
a
those
mistake.
damn ribbons, and then he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered...
Of course it does. Those girls.
So
were
it's
like-
all my fucking fault then?
I
you
didn't mean-
fucking... You're gonna throw me to the fucking wolf too? You know I didn't have a goddamn choice. What the fuck? I did what I had to!
Yeah, why did you do it? That would get us more information.
Yeah.
You can't fucking
Why'd
blame
you
me
do
for
it?
that.
Why'd you do it then, huh? If it's not your fault, then what the fuck happened?
Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the Crooked Man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty. So he told me to take care of it.
That
You think I
makes it
don't
your
know what that
fault.
means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. 'Cause it's not my fault.
still
The
his
Crooked
fault.
Man gave the order. He told me to kill them. And then he fucking sold me out.
You're still the one who pulled the trigger. Nobody held your hand and made you go through with it.
Fine. Believe what you want. I can tell you've made up your mind. Doesn't matter if it's fucking true or not. Go ahead and arrest me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Narissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing.
Not the whole thing, because I'm still intending to go after
must
him.
be so
Just you're the
easy
one that's here.
Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault.
For the murders, yeah.
But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, Bigby. How could you know? At the end of the day, you're just like him.
Could have let them go. Could have faked their deaths.
Yeah.
Could have come to me. You know, I mean, this is the problem: is if you're going to work for somebody who has given the order to kill people that aren't cooperating,
is that the reason they're not doing it themselves is because they want a cut out. You are going to take the blame.
Yeah, if they're happy to give the order for you to kill somebody, then what do you think they're going to do the second that you step a toe out of line or anything like that? They're just going to give the same order to somebody else, and it's going to be the next loyal person in line that's going to come and take you out. So that's why you shouldn't do it to begin with, and you immediately need to go and seek help from a higher power, hopefully. Yeah. But yeah, you could have let them go.
Talking about options like it was that simple.
You could have done anything else. You could have let them go. You could have freed Faith and Lily from those fucking ribbons instead of murdering them.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them, what would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die.
Why her?
Do you still think I had a fucking choice?
Why is she
doing?
Wait, how is she involved in all this?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've heard the stories.
Head's held on.
Couldn't take it off. Couldn't talk about it.
I don't know about the story of the girl with the ribbon.
The
But I
story of the girl-
presume it's what she's done to the other
Yeah,
ones.
it's basically like that her head is held on by the ribbon. She can't speak about it. Everyone, of course everyone knows she wears the same fucking ribbon all the time, no matter what, all the time. And she never talks about it, never answers any questions about it, actively gets weird when people bring it up. So someone one day takes it off her, like, the fuck's wrong? Just take it off. Her head falls off,
Yeah.
It's a whole, it's a fable as all.
Oh yeah, Mangy. We've established from the other ones that we've talked to that they've died because the ribbons were taken off and the heads have come off. So it's just why she's involved is interesting. If she's the original, is she the one that was doing it then? If so, sorry to say, you're under arrest.
She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them.
Oh fuck, okay,
Keep
yeah.
our girls quiet, to ensure absolute discretion.
You promised you wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing.
Her head pops
Is
off.
that
So they've duplicated the magic of the ribbon. I think what he's saying there is that if she takes the ribbon off, none of the ribbons work anymore.
I'm just trying to. I don't know if she's actually done anything illegal yet at this point. If they've asked for it, but then you are endangering life, I suppose, with such things, whether it be reckless or what. So yeah, it would be. Yeah, I'd be arresting her for murder at this point to be investigated because she's taken action that has led to the deaths, the unlawful deaths of two people, and that's how it's written. So any action or inaction that leads to the death, be it recklessly or intentional, the death of another person. So because it's like if I put a collar on your neck now and I knew unless I took it off in a certain way it'd kill you, if you then died as a result of it being on because somebody else took it, I would be guilty of murder.
Yeah, classic Saw film sort of situation.
And the spell's broken.
Okay,
They're
so
all
remove
free.
hers.
But you know what happens to her? The
She'll
same
die.
thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I...
So she knew what she was doing then by putting them on other people and stuff like that. So yeah, so
It's whether or not she did it on purpose or not. Like whether it was a thing like someone took the idea and ran with it, or
well, they said that she was the one that made the extra ribbons from her one.
okay.
So she's done it.
I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out
Yeah,
for
see,
each
she's
other.
getting pissy now.
I trusted you.
You can't...
This is why you don't deal with bad guys like this because they all just turn against each other at the slightest issue.
Those were your ribbons?
Those were your ribbons. You've been helping him. How could you? So
Don't
you've been
fucking
helping
blame
him.
me. You're not innocent here either.
Wait, so you've been helping this asshole? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand. Nobody was supposed to die.
Doesn't matter.
When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were going to be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point. Then the Crooked Man showed up and everything just...
Even before the Crooked Man's shown up, the fact that you've put the necklaces on other people, even if they're fully aware of the consequences of it, you've endangered life. So even before the Crooked Man was involved, she's...
I question whether the ribbons came before or after the Crooked Man's involvement.
She's saying that they were on before.
Well, she was saying, it was just a silly idea, like, discretion is our guarantee.
Yeah, because of the ribbons.
Is that the case, or was it, did it become only real later on?
Turn to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just... If you still think it's so fucking simple, then you do it. Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What do you do?
What? No. We'll find another way. I won't kill her. We'll find another way. I mean, if she's the first... I don't know. If she's able to duplicate the magic, then...
She can make... Basically, I think she can take, like, a cutting of her ribbon and, like, spin another ribbon out of it. But
Break the spell!
We'll
find another way. She doesn't have to die. Maybe the witches
Don't talk about me like I'm not even here. Please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first place.
You're right. It's your life.
I know what I've done. Wait. I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life.
Don't do it.
I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
I can see where it's going.
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them.
Vivian.
This is where a preemptive strike would be justified.
Yeah.
Smacking her up the backside of the head because she's talking as if she's going to off herself now.
Yeah,
so
and she has the means to do
it. Yeah.
Wait.
Every day I have to look Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them, what I took away from them. I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Don't do it.
Vivian.
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you
Don't
doing?
do it.
Vivian. Don't. Vivian. No. Fuck. No.
Ugh.
Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian. Shit.
Damn it.
Hey,
Vivian.
Nerissa's
I
free.
didn't fucking mean it. I was just...
And the others.
Get up. Get up.
He's not
Don't
getting up,
think
mate.
so, Bigby. I'm gonna die here.
Love a bit of
I think
inter-abdominal
we both know
peristalsis.
that. Just make sure you give the Crooked Man the same treatment when you find him. Really fuck him up for me, all right?
Don't worry about him.
Don't worry about the Crooked Man.
Old foundry by the river, all right?
There we are.
Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole. You want to finish me off now? Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off on
I
my
want to
own?
get you an ambulance.
Yeah.
I don't know why you'd...
I mean, he
That's
did
not
murder
who
the
I-
girls in the beginning, but at the same time,
Yeah.
it's so much bigger than that.
That's not who
That's
I
what
am.
you want to do, right?
No, it's not who I am.
Well, whatever it is, just get it over with.
That's not who I am.
Prove it then. No more games, all right? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick.
Kill him, leave him to die.
I know what I did.
Oh, I'm not going to kill him,
I
and
mean,
I'm
he's
not going.
asking for it, but
I'm
at the
not
same
going to
time-
leave him to die. So I am going to pick nothing on this one.
See what happens.
I'm going to stay with him.
See what happens with okay.
Uh,
If you choose nothing, I'm interested to see what it does.
yeah, because I'm not going to kill him, and I'm not just like going to turn my back and walk out.
Yeah.
Because fuck's sake, the man's dying. Don't
I
leave
feel
him
like
on his
it-
own.
I feel like you're basically going to watch him die in that case, which
Yeah, well,
the closest thing to a good ending you can possibly get, I think,
out
with
of
these options.
out of all the choices, I think the killing him, walking away, or staying with him whilst he dies. I think
Yeah.
that's the lesser of the evils.
Let's not draw this out.
Hold his hand. Oh, okay. Fuck.
Okay.
That's...
What? You're just gonna leave me here?
Oh, well. I won't be a killer. This is your punishment. I won't be a killer.
Yeah.
I won't be a killer, Georgie.
You selfish bastard.
I mean, if
Fuck you!
If I had the option to take you to A&E, I would.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
I was more interested in taking you to A&E than I was getting information out of you as soon as we got here.
That's too easy an out, though. Everyone would have chosen that. Jesus.
Well, at least we're not a murderer. I have a feeling that choosing nothing and the walking away were the same option there.
Yeah. Yeah, it really seems like that's the case. The advert on all the taxis is Oceanic Airlines, which is the airline from Lost. It's used quite often as a little sight gag in TV shows at the time.
Still warm. He's here, all right.
Come on then, Mr. Cooperative Man.
Bloody Mary's gonna be very upset.
Of course.
Him putting his lackeys in front of us would count as him resisting arrest. I don't like that second P.
Shepherd. Yeah, it is like a surname, so.
Oh, I know it's unacceptable. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the
this
wheels
is where they've
Broggle.
been sending these.
The oh, I don't know what they're called, but
it's the wheel of something. It's not the wheel of fortune, is it?
no, just the wheel enemies from Dark Souls. Okay, so we are in a steelworks, a foundry that is
Bigby Wolf.
working in the middle of the night with nobody about.
The big bad wolf.
Seems dangerous.
Trap. Okay, so the Crooked Man is a folklore
You
story
used to be something.
about a Scotsman who made an alliance with the English for peace, but was, depending on the source, pretty reviled. Different reasons depending on the source. So that's why he's a Scotsman.
I see. Why are there so many boxes with my name on them?
Oh yeah. They have been keeping tabs. Lots of file footage.
Damn, I look good. Oh,
there's the wheel.
They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies.
Leech, hammer, and a torture device from the 15th century. It's not great. Yeah, you'd spin them. Be careful of blind corners like that, Jesus.
Yeah.
Doors and corners.
I learned that the hard way.
Yeah. Hey, silver bullets.
Not silver bullets.
Silver.
The big bad wolf.
Well, there don't seem to be any mirrors about, so.
Oh, she can just come out of nowhere then, apparently.
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you've finished, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
So much for him being cooperative.
Yeah.
I don't have it.
He did say this could have been so easy, and then just like gave up on that.
I know he's being talkative and he's trying to be wordy and all that, but I think he's just speaking absolute lies. He's just doing it in a very convincing way. But
He's a crime boss, of course. He's gonna like he'll talk you around, and if he can't, he'll pressure you or kill you.
Hey, I'm talking to you.
Didn't your mother ever teach you manners? Or was she too busy fucking whatever breeze drifted through town?
Jesus. I'm not going to hit her first. She's too fast.
This is just sad.
Well, we've done that before in the past. She's actually owned us.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, she does do that.
Yeah, she does seem to be good at bamfing. Even when there are no mirrors about.
Can travel through mirrors. Oh, watch out for things. I've seen Naruto running. To the right.
That one.
Yeah.
Stay on the walkway.
Oh, someone's going to get pushed into molten steel. Which is just an overly complicated way of burning to death.
Hope it's not me.
The night is young.
Oh, I'm in control.
Oh.
Okay, let's...
Time to push forward in this very safe environment. Are those crates outgassing?
Apparently.
Castles?
Oh. Sure, I got that.
Maybe you did.
I'm getting these.
Where are you? Come out and face me.
There we go. Bloody Mary.
Oh, she's a bit crunchy.
Yeah, she's got mirrors in her.
Let's see, they shouldn't have done that. She's too fast. She can counter.
You've got to take them eventually.
Oh, I hope I was on top.
Oh, it doesn't look like it.
Oh, it's fine. I can. As long as it's not silver, I can have all the metal I like.
Yeah.
That's what the doctor said.
Metal.
Or glass.
I think we should avoid glass. Just saying. How many of them are there?
Oh,
Some of them are going to shatter, I bet.
this seems unfair.
True.
That one. What? Not that. And they're not shattering.
They seem threatening. Yeah.
No. fine. I can have as much glass metal as I like, Dr. Seth. It's fine. You're just tickling me. See?
Here we go. Now we get the big man.
Oh, I like this. Look at him. He's lucky. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's the big bad wolf for free.
Oh, yeah. Yum. Yum. Yum.
Yeah, that one's running away with you.
Yum.
Quick, shatter them. Ah.
Oh,
he's gonna blow.
We're gonna open up. Oh, sorry.
That was the whole thing about fucking again.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, the wind dog.
Just a little. Get her down.
God, no wonder she's so crabby.
Yum. Hell yeah.
Good.
Assume that was the real one then.
Yeah. Well, at least the last one, we hope.
See, I'm fine.
See, this time you don't get your shirt back. Or anything else?
As much glass as I can eat.
Yeah. Oh, there they are.
I conveniently put them to one side.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Well, hello there.
0 days without an accident.
I would absolutely change that
Hello,
to 0 no matter
Bigby.
where I found
You
it.
look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This
Good
girl
reason.
holds 6. I won't miss next time. Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's
Yes.
what I want.
Okay. Well, you're saying that now, but you're only saying that now because I've beaten all of the people that you've thrown at me. So you've got you in a corner. So yeah, but that is the plan. That was the plan. It still is the plan.
Sure.
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the
Your
community.
spew is poison.
And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that?
Why would you want that? You won't be alive. Tell me that. Tell you what now?
What he's going to say, maybe? I'd say, if this were me, like, he would have a terrible accident on the way back to the woodlands. Because this is a foregone conclusion. At this point, anything he can say is only going to be, like, utter poison. to
Oh
the
yeah,
community.
he's a wordsmith. He's absolutely gonna turn it all around with.
He's lost, but he can at least fuck us terribly in return. So I say him having a little accident from his injuries, like during the chase. Whoopsie doodle.
I mean, that might be you, but that's not me.
No, you will take him back and.
Why would you
I
want that?
will have a trial.
The whole town will be calling for your execution.
He owns all their debts
Why
for a
would
start.
you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that? Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand.
Fine, I'm not going to touch you.
I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf.
Good.
I didn't kill those women.
Well, you did,
and I
but
think
by
you
proxy.
know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my
Georgie.
side of the story.
Maybe you didn't carry it out, but I don't think Georgie was lying when he said you ordered their deaths.
Georgie would have said anything to save himself. We both know that.
I was there when you both had the argument about it. You know, I've got it all written in my notepad. Here, look.
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
Same
There's
thing.
still
to
a
most people.
lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms.
I've already said
Because
that I
I'm
am
not
going
saying
to.
another word until I'm brought before the community.
Fine.
I don't mean to belabor the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town. You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero?
About justice.
Because those are two very different things.
This is about justice. I'm the sheriff. I have to do what's right. 2 people were murdered.
And you know who did it.
Yeah, but it doesn't work like that.
Georgie.
And again, you've just played both sides of the same thing there, because you said he would say anything to protect himself, and now you're also now siding with it. So I don't believe a fucking word he's saying.
Nor should you.
He
Yeah.
is.
That's
just...
fine. We both agree you're coming to the woodlands. It's fine.
Isn't he?
That will make it easier to frame him up.
My point being, the killer has been
Stop
dealt
pointing
with
the gun at me,
before.
please.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
Okay.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say?
Give me that.
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable
That
pup.
look.
I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers.
You'll be found
And
guilty.
your punishment will follow.
Down the witching well you go.
Fuck's sake.
I mean, that would be very personally satisfying. On the other hand, bringing him in with a black eye, well, then again, he did struggle terribly in the car.
I know, but we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to...
Down the witching well he goes.
He's back.
Oh, well, no, he gets to, even though we think he's going to spout poison, he still gets to say his bit.
Motherfucker.
Don't assault my prisoner, please.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble.
Didn't make it easy.
At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
Hey, Techie.
Doesn't matter.
Hey.
He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well,
The fuck?
but that, you know.
Everyone that he's alive.
I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
Relatively
I
few.
feel a bit offended by that.
I mean, considering how things have gone so far, you know.
I'm surprised. I mean, what?
Surprised
You're surprised I'm alive? You're surprised I came back? You're surprised I did my job? These are
All-
all things that are horrible.
All three at the same time. Let's face it. One, that you're not like bleeding all over the floor right now. Two, that the suspect is still alive. And three, you've got him. And
Well, yeah.
supposedly, you know, his lieutenants as well, you know. So it's all worked out really rather well. And that's not your track record here, considering the game.
It is mine.
Yeah.
I have a good track record, I'll have you know.
The game makes it very clear that, you know, it's a messy justice
Yeah.
system.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Come on, guys.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily.
She was my sister.
Could
What do you have to say for
Where
Order
the
in
fuck
the
do you
court.
get off?
Poor
You think
girls.
you have the right
And
to
what
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they have
You're a
done to
fucking
deserve
crook.
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible.
Shouldn't we have, like, Toad here as well? And like, we're
Uh,
missing a couple of people that really should probably be
I
here.
mean,
Well,
the-
all of Fabletown should be here because...
Fabletown is like a couple thousand people, I think, at least.
Really?
Yeah,
Jesus.
it's an amount. Like they basically all the people from the Fable lands, like the old lands, they came through like a magic portal to this world, and it was basically an exodus because you know their world was ending.
The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porge who killed those
On
women,
your
not
orders.
me.
What?
So that means that you gave your Georgie's taking care of on your
It
orders.
was Georgie?
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation?
Yes, because we're going to take it slowly because we've got everyone around us and we're going to deal with it point by point.
Yeah.
So yes,
When you are dead very shortly, we want it to be very fixed in everyone's minds that you deserved it and exactly what for.
To you again.
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well,
On
where
his
is
orders.
he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still...
he wasn't behind it. Don't worry about it. He suffered at the end. Oh. Is he still? He wasn't.
He wasn't behind it, I think, is the closest
No.
you're going to get, because he killed them on the orders of the Crooked Man.
Yeah.
I think that's the explanation that's going to be. Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Or-
why is the option to say he's dead?
I assume that it's going to follow from one of these options. Or leave it like he wasn't behind it. Like he's dead now, but he also wasn't the mastermind.
Still out
I
there?
hope.
Sincerely hope not. Well, where is he?
Or
Sheriff?
Don't worry about it. Like he's not. He's dead. He's not going to like.
I feel like I'm gonna have to say he suffered at the end because it's the only one that I feel is gonna actually say
No,
that he
because
died. But I don't
that-
want them to say
Yeah,
that.
remember, you're trying to go for like a lawful good here. So
So
he suffered at the end is gloating over the corpse of a dead man in a
Yeah.
a court. So
No.
don't worry about it. Or he wasn't behind it. I think are your options here.
No, I'm not gonna say anything. Actually, I don't like any of these options.
Allow me.
Yeah, go
Justice
for it.
has already been dispatched. Bigby executed him.
I didn't execute him.
What?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't.
I would be allowed to speak.
Well, we still need
We
to
have
finish
to read
reading
the
your
rest of the
charges.
charges.
For fuck's sake, Snow, she's on her. Let her finish.
If you'd wait a moment.
Let her finish.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged
Let's see how many of these I got from earlier.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown
assault,
community,
yep.
including the attempted murder of
Attempted
Sheriff
murder,
Bigby Wolf.
yep.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution
Yeah,
at the
listing
Pudding and
prostitution.
Pie.
Yeah.
Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion,
racketeering. Hell yeah.
racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magic.
Oh, well, I didn't say possession of magical artifacts, but they weren't illegal at the time, were they?
Well, supposedly they changed the law like around episode 2, but it doesn't matter. I would be willing to like let that one like pass, except for all the slavery,
And the kidnapping Crane, I think.
resisting arrest as well.
Yeah, but kidnapping Crane is the greater one.
This is true.
Artifacts.
And kidnapping Crane at gunpoint.
He went willingly.
No, he
Yes.
didn't.
Thank you.
We saw that
Now,
happen.
is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Oh, no.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Let
involved.
him speak. We
it's
said we'd let him
And
speak.
there's all the other crap he's done.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak?
Because if you were in this position, you would want to have your say.
For.
So,
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
but
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
I mean, you should have been doing that anyway.
Yeah,
but-
really should
This
have.
is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank
Here
you,
come the
Miss
lies.
You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying
Objection.
mother.
Are you gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had no...
It's not what Georgie said. You're full of it. You covered it up.
That's not what Georgie said.
That's not what Georgie
Tell
said.
the fucking truth.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions.
I was attacked.
I was
willing
attacked.
to cooperate.
What's he talking
It was
about?
a trap. It was a trap.
Yeah.
I would say it was a trap. Yeah.
You weren't being helpful. You were trying to set me up. Your people tried to kill me.
They get a bit carried away
Oh,
sometimes.
for God's
It's
sakes.
true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man.
They didn't want to protect you.
Yeah.
I think the crowd is
Considering his point.
Oh no! They didn't want to protect you.
Just
They're
to
scared
save
of you.
someone.
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people.
Yeah.
Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as
As long as they
Georgie
pick the
was.
right one.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
No,
Yes, but-
you were there. You were there to take advantage of them.
And also, like, you were being paid off massively by... Like, Crane was being paid off massively by the Crooked Man.
Mhm.
Basically, he owned the government as well, so...
We didn't abandon it.
I would say... You can only really
Wasn't
say
I?
nothing, or it was Crane. Because you did abandon... You know, the
Yeah.
business office did abandon people, and...
But Crane was the one that was in charge and was
Yeah.
doing it all, and it was because he was in the pocket of the man. So yeah, Crane.
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket,
He was
remember?
pulling the wool over our
Really?
eyes.
What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back.
Oh, I see where this is. I see what he's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
And we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours.
And evil Snow White
Because
came along
I
and wanted
helped
to burn
her,
it.
she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time, not much. But they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor?
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why?
They're gonna focus on that now.
They are.
Snow is in place. Snow made a mistake. Don't try to manipulate us. I'm drawn between Snow made a mistake and just outright admitting it, or don't try to manipulate us.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know.
I think saying don't try to manipulate us is going to be us trying to deflect it. So I think we should embrace it and be honest
Yeah.
and say Snow made a mistake.
Why would you want that?
I know. Snow made a mistake.
I had very good reasons for asking you to do that. She was working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It was justifiable
It
at the
wasn't her
time.
fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane. And you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away, but I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
We'll do better.
I guess
we're trying to protect you.
We're trying to protect you. It might set the wrong tone. Maybe like, we didn't get you into this mess, just defensive, and it's just
I don't want to play that because that's like saying that you got yourself into it.
Like, we'll do better, or we're trying to protect you. And trying to protect you is a nasty fucking way to go about that, because you can justify all sorts of name protection. So we'll do better.
We'll do better.
Yeah.
Like you did with her?
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you from people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life.
Exactly.
You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to...
Never cared about any of you. We're ending that. Yeah, he never cared about any. He was only after the money.
And also, he took Faith and Lily from us. Getting straight back to the murders is probably a strong one, but at the same time, he didn't care will also possibly win them all over again.
Yeah, because I think that one's the true, because as she's saying, it's just building on that. He's exploiting their weaknesses. So I'm saying he never cared about any of you.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls
don't worry,
will
I'm sure he'll
have
pull
their
it back.
justice.
We'll see. But correct choice so far.
This is only the first trial.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that
you
nobody
confessed
heard
as well, right in front of me. No,
I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke, especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
You can't talk your way out of this. What about your history?
I know. Not talking your way out of this, because pointing out he's a slimy motherfucker is a strong one. And just saying "nuh-uh" probably isn't a strong defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. You can't talk your way out of this.
You won't be able to talk your way out of this, Crooked Man.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing
You were all
this.
wanting to throw him in the well a moment ago.
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Where you go?
Then-
Of course.
Then what Bigby has done while working for other people, he could justifiably link it to Snow.
Yeah, and that's fine. I don't think I've done anything bad while working for Snow.
Much.
Yes, you're responsible.
Yes, you're responsible.
Because you gave him the orders.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
To some
Like
extent,
what?
yeah.
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody?
I
He
was nice to him.
beaten to mashed apples
No, he
while
wasn't.
under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Snow wasn't involved. You're the one on trial. Bluebeard did that.
Bluebeard. And we need Bluebeard's support for the trial, but at the same time, he did beat him to
But
a
it
pulp.
is true, and we are trying to be open and honest, though. But he is on trial, and he is trying to spin it. And if we try and deflect it, we're going to lose people. So we need to answer them head on. So, sorry, Bluebeard, but I think he can stand up for himself.
Did you think we'd all just let that
Bluebeard
go?
did that.
That was Bluebeard.
We were nice
not
to him.
me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, You won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those 2 girls dead. It simply
Snow didn't order
never
people dead.
happened.
And you absolutely
Georgie
did.
killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own...
See, this is why I don't like games, because whenever we had Georgie's confession and we said that he said it, that was good enough for everyone. But now he's saying that Georgie said he didn't say that. Everyone now just as much believes him as much as that. So it's
because it's a he said she said situation,
and it is just a case of whoever said the last thing, everyone is going to believe. So it's what's really annoying.
I mean, you've met people, right? That tends to be how they work.
I know. It's just so stupid because we can't win a fight like this because there's always going to be something else that he can say.
All you can do is call back to how everyone felt beforehand, which isn't fair, but it's still how you win this. And they refuse to answer for their own crimes, and because you have been generally good, you notice he only brought up one thing.
Yeah.
It's like, what other crimes? Because you haven't committed any.
Yeah.
And so, generally speaking, it's probably going to be fine.
And just did we find out Bluebeard doesn't actually work for us, does he?
No.
So yeah,
he's just like a big donor. He's rich.
Yeah. So therefore, if Snow's going to be held accountable for my actions, I haven't broken any rules. So yeah.
This isn't right. Oh please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I know...
The laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
But it's Wolfram playing the game, so I say...
I did say stop playing. Well, there is a bit of law to it. I mean, they're referring to themselves as the government, and they do have rules, and they do have, the basics of it. I mean, the sheriffs do still have their own internal laws and dealing with it internally. That's the whole point of it. But it's the whole point of we can't judge them. We can't ignore the standards that we're holding to ourselves whenever it's convenient. So we have to hold ourselves to them.
I mean, we absolutely can, but we shouldn't.
Well, you can. I'm trying not to do that, and you guys are telling me that I shouldn't be doing that.
I'm the morally corrupt one who would do the easy thing and make him have an accident on the way back to the station.
Exactly.
Because it would be simpler. On the other hand, for long-term stability, it's not that great because people will always know that you killed him.
Mm-hmm.
And so this way, you talk everyone around and people feel better about this, like afterward.
It isn't a lawless land. There is still law, and Snow did tell us to bring him in alive, and she is our boss. So we are doing what we're told, and we're doing it all within, it's not chaos.
Okay, so are we saying it's not true? Calm down, or everyone shut up?
What was it that was saying was not true?
Basically accusing us of being just as bad as him, and then they said, "Yeah, we'll deal with you first, then we'll deal with them." Because they'll have almost nothing against us, I think that'll come out fine. So it's a case of maybe just calm down, please.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
Everyone, calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to you.
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction?
Well, now
who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizen?
Now that Crane isn't in charge, and he wasn't helping these people because you were taking money from him and had him in your pocket because you were making that void.
Yeah.
He was making the void that was causing them to do this so that he would be the one that would benefit from it. So
who will protect you from the big bad wolf?
Who's been
Who will
most
be
Bigby, Miss White.
She can speak now. Witness. Yes.
Critical witness.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
By all means.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
What?
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line.
Hell yeah.
And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons.
But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
No,
Sheriff, this is
killed
highly
herself.
irregular.
Be quiet.
Highly irregular now that you're
Some
losing.
order here.
She wanted.
Vivian
Yeah, she did kill herself.
back at the Pudding and Pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa!
your-
My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker.
There you go.
Faith and Lily.
That's a
What an
lie.
evidence
I
to
was in the
witness.
goddamn
There you go.
room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you.
No, should have said that she wanted
How's
you
about
all
no?
freed. Should have said she wanted you all freed.
There we go.
Faith and Lily are dead because of you. That confirms it. We know that happened. And he's going to pay for it. That confirms it.
The only two people who ever gave a damn about me. And now I can finally say, you're an asshole.
You wanted
This
a witness?
just
There you go.
confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was
You're winning the
always
crowd.
him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Even if they weren't in the room, we.
Looks like we found
Oh,
our...
no, don't say that.
Yeah.
We want real evidence. We
I
don't.
mean,
we
real
don't-
evidence is inverted commas there, but yeah.
Maybe for you, but no, I want real evidence. I don't want them making shit up.
I have an entire theatre full of people who have suddenly got very large payments who are willing to back me up on this.
No. We're keeping it above board.
Yeah,
All firsthand.
He's
Saw it
guilty.
firsthand.
Yeah.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well. Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats.
No torture.
Fleeing from one sinking ship to the next.
Just get
So
rid.
quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want...
I could just rip you apart. You're done talking. What did you expect?
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, because he was
Mercy?
exploiting
You
people.
know
What
we
did
can't let you go
expect?
free after this.
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
You wanted the open form. You got it as
Yeah.
well.
Well done, then.
Now, for
Very
your
sullen.
sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
We're not
He's
gonna kill him.
guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We
She's
can
got a point.
imprison him,
Mm-hmm.
lock him up forever, somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has a
more
point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough
I don't give a
bloodshed
shit
So we
what
get
they
rid
do.
of him.
As long as you
Dangerous.
get him out of
We
here.
can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs.
I'm making the call. We should vote now. Snow's.
So,
Or we should vote.
So are we voting or are we deciding?
I don't know.
Big B
I
shouldn't
think-
make the decision because it's not his place to do so. I think.
Yeah, it's not his place. He's there to investigate, bring in, and whatever. But it's not his decision to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah.
We've all seen how that happens and things. It shouldn't be
Yeah.
done like that. I don't think a vote. I would normally go for a vote if it was like in a proper situation, like with a jury. But these people aren't acting in that sort of like professional capacity. They're emotional.
They're as close as you're going to get in this
Exactly.
situation. But
So I'm leaning more towards Snow should
the problem
decide.
is, if you let Snow, the monarch, the dictator queen of Fabletown, decide what punishment people get,
Mhm.
what punishment people get, that can also go badly because if he's leveling criticism of her and like both being useless and overuse of power,
Mhm.
her deciding the punishment is again a bit of an overuse of power.
I think she should decide, but it needs to be from input from everyone. Snow is technically the judge
Yeah.
here, right? They've decided he's guilty, so now, yeah. I mean, that's a very good way of seeing it. Yeah,
I'm looking at the political aspect
Yeah.
of this. Like, if she decides, yes, she's the judge, so in a criminal court, she's the closest thing to a decider we get, so
Mhm.
she should make the decision. But political aspect is, if she decides who lives and who dies in these crimes, people are going to start looking at her askance and maybe start wondering whether she deserves this power.
Well, she's always wanted him to come in to answer for his crimes, but she's always been against killing him. I think if we put it to a vote, they're going to vote to throw him down the well, and that's going to be the kill. And I don't think he should be killed. So I think Snow should hopefully make the decision, and she's going to pick the right one, which is to imprison him or something else along those lines. And if she decides wrong and kills him or whatever, and nobody agrees with it, then we get somebody else in charge. That's hopefully the benefit of them all voting.
Yeah.
But I agree with what Broggles is saying. She wanted him brought in so that he could face charges. They've all listened to it. They've all decided that he's guilty. So a mob is not the way to deal with how somebody should be treated with these sort of things. So we get to decide what type. Well, we get to see what type of leader she's going to be. I think if we let her decide.
Let's have a look.
Let's go. Let's see.
To make a decision? Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this is?
Everyone, calm down.
Look, Snow should decide what we do with him. She's gonna be the deputy mayor,
But she's not the deputy mayor yet.
What about Bigby? What about him?
I don't want to decide.
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
No, we're not doing a vote.
This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
But we're not doing a vote.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Okay.
Snow.
Just do what you think is right.
Okay.
Okay, you're the judge. You're just asking me what I think is right.
Yes, Sheriff.
Oh, rip his head off. That could be
Throw him
juicy.
down the well. Lock him up. I mean, I kind of want to pick rip his head off just because I want to see what happens and how they react to it.
I think you can go back a chapter and like replay it, but yeah.
I might do that afterwards.
Yeah.
Then we'll come back and
Do a
skip to it.
supercut of all the funny ways he dies.
Yeah. But throw him down the well. That's might as well. Ripping his head off would be
that's brutal.
Yeah.
That's the chaotic ending. So
lock him up. I think.
Lock him up is the one I politically aligned to in real life, rather than outright killing him.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I really don't like his smug demeanor.
I think
my choices are between down the well and lock him up, and I think that we're both leaning towards lock him up.
Yeah, I think we need to lock him up, using magic, but still somehow.
But they're gonna make sure he never escapes. Like the witch, whose idea it is to lock him up, is very confident he won't escape.
Yeah, we're not gonna kill him.
Yeah.
And I think out of ripping his head off and throwing him down the well, the ripping his head off is the nicest of the two.
Yeah.
Because if he goes down the well and he's gonna fall forever and he's bouncing off the walls for days.
I mean,
that's.
If he's lucky, he angles himself so he hits his head, and that's that.
If he's lucky, I don't want to know.
Otherwise,
lock
it's
him
only
up.
a day or two falling until he dehydration.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
Lock him up.
Everyone, I'm
not this way.
Oh. Oh, it looks like he's going down the well.
You don't have to do it.
No.
I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
Finish it, Sheriff.
Please, we can still.
End it already.
We are not letting emotion.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you
After
can't be
what
serious.
he's done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
Put a ribbon on his neck.
All right, do it.
Can we put a ribbon on his neck that makes him only speak the truth?
Oh, that's an interesting
That would
one.
be an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day later. Yeah, Greenleaf gets a new job as a jailer. I think she'd excel at that. She's got the mean old grandma streak.
Not what I was expecting.
The crooked man.
Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
I like it.
I fear
Work
that
is
he can
work,
still
I
get out
guess.
though.
Yeah. And
Hey, Sheriff.
Hopper got a
You gonna
job.
come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay. Great.
I kind of like his hat.
Yeah. Like he is a frog.
This
isn't he?
fucking line.
She's got a ribbon on.
Yeah.
Right, we need to help these people.
Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Is everything okay?
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Nothing changes.
Well, hopefully now that there's not a financial vacuum because Crane funneling money,
someone's gonna see you, Colin.
They might actually be able to actually help people now.
Just winking.
Why doesn't he get a glamour to just look like a dog?
Off to the farm.
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day.
I gave you like 15 grand.
Yeah.
Shit. Just go grab that,
Sorry,
would you?
I did try and help.
Sorry about all this. I tried to help.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance. But Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm
You did get
anyway.
another chance.
I told her I had the money, but she didn't want to hear it.
Wait, Sheriff Bigby, I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please?
It's a bomb.
Dad
I'm gonna
says
say.
there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her,
What is it?
she was nice.
What is it?
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's
Aw.
a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep
Didn't we read
sometimes.
somewhere that it was actually
God,
pretty
I hope
nice.
not.
No,
Do
they
we
said
have
the
to go?
situation
I
was
wanna stay
deteriorating.
here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
You'll be safe.
Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby so you can swim all you want.
And it'll be
Even
getting
in
better
the
now,
daytime?
hopefully.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Mundy seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
Unfair, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I still, why don't they just glamour him as a dog? He'd make a great dog.
He's pointing out, you promised Colony could stay for no good reason.
I said I'd have a word with Snow about it. I didn't promise him.
I mean, it worked
But
out.
for
You
whatever
clearly had a
reason,
word, yeah.
for whatever reason, Snow's decided that he gets to stay. But I mean, even if he doesn't have a glamour and he is a pig, seeing a pig on the street is not going to be as mind-breaking to a civilian, a Mundy, as a walking, talking frog wearing a bowler cap. So I think even without a glamour, it's a stretch, but it's still okay. I'm gonna be honest. He gets to stay because I think personally he should get to stay. I don't think him.
It's a
him,
pig.
Yeah, he's a pig. I don't think him being out of a glamour is that much of a big thing.
Colin gets to stay.
That's bullshit, Big B, and you know it. You're
that
fucking
now,
corrupt.
I don't
I
think
tend to agree with Toad there. I get your logic, but at the same time,
Saying goodbye?
the pig is not careful.
he needs to be, but he doesn't need a glamour. But he does need a fucking smack.
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am.
Afraid to take it off, I
It's
expect.
not easy to forget.
Pull it away a little
I
bit.
know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
You need to let go, and so you need to be able to let go. But...
You need to let that go. How are you gonna move on if...
Bigby, I know you're trying to help, but this is just something I need to do on my own.
Okay, we'll leave it for you then to do on your own.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily.
Oh, don't say
Not
you're
sure
getting
where to
false
start.
testimony.
Faith, Lily, and we had this plan.
Okay.
We're gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand.
So they bribed
You've seen
them.
how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence
Just
someone
tell
who
me.
had physical evidence?
Marissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were trying to pretend, but I mean, he still did murder them, so, but...
Yeah, so she sold them out, but
Yeah.
he didn't do mercy. She knew that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
What do you think?
emotionally complex.
Mm.
You sold out your friends is a bit like,
Yeah, too on the nose.
quite frankly, she hasn't committed a crime, but it is fucked up.
Well, I mean, she attempted blackmail, or she was going to attempt blackmail,
Yeah.
but because she didn't do it, though. But Georgie didn't do mercy. You know that now, I suppose.
Georgie didn't do mercy. You know that.
He could have been reasoned with. I was counting on that. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
Give her a cigarette. Give her a cigarette, go on, but tell me more.
Here.
Thank you. I don't know what happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait. So Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth?
You shouldn't have lied.
It was true enough.
So you think that makes it okay to lie?
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her. Just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them, could at least save the rest of us.
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah, I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way.
She's right.
We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
That won't happen anymore.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these
I don't know where we stand.
days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town.
Hell yeah.
Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was.
Nice.
So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you.
There you go. So we've good ending? Question mark.
As close as we're gonna get, I suspect.
By
You're
playing
not as bad as everyone says you
by-
are.
by playing by the rules and doing the good cop. Good ending by being the good cop.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about
He
Faith?
said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
She was Faith.
Well, we're gonna let her go. She wants to go. That's all she's ever wanted.
Yeah.
So we'll let her.
Do you remember Faith at the beginning, the woman who was murdered? She was glamoured to look like her. So Nerissa was... You were talking to Nerissa at the very start. You never actually met Faith. Faith was dead at that point. She was glamoured to look like Faith and basically get your attention. And she came and met you, got to know you and meet you, and look at my face. Remember this face. It's important. I'm nice. You need to help me. And then she left the head at his doorstep. Now that he remembers that, oh shit, I know you, and he can start following. She basically set him up to fix all of this, and she just gave the game away without particularly meaning to by saying the exact same stuff.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
At least I think that's the way around it is. Unless Nerissa... it doesn't matter. Goddamn.
What did you do to Georgie? You and 31% have left him to die. I mean, I'm guessing everyone else murdered him.
Yeah.
Did you give the Crooked Man a trial? You and 89% of people brought the Crooked Man back alive.
Less than half. About half chose to imprison him. So there's that.
You and 95% of players decided to accept the gift.
Oh, you couldn't not. Okay, so I hope I've done some good here. It's basically, yeah. Huh. Goddamn. You lied to him about seeing beauty. You promised her you wouldn't tell.
Impressed her with your detective skills. You fought him after the interrogation. Yeah, but drink when he asked for one. You helped him avoid the farm. To come back and imprisoned him. Deceased Faith. You gave her money.
After the fight with the woodsman, you left him to die.
You drank with Grant at Lily's funeral. You reported him to Snowcliffe burglary.
Yeah.
I guess during your final conversation. Along with you to the trip trap.
Chose to wait for him.
I think so we did stand up for him.
We did everything that we reasonably could. But yeah, as I said before, like no matter what you do, Toad's going to the farm. Oh,
I thought that was like a frog there for a second. I don't know why, it just looked like a frog. Okay, well, we have that saved file.
Yeah.
I believe The Wolf Among Us 2 is in the works and due out soon, so we'll hopefully get to see everything that we've promised and them deciding to change. But I'm hopeful because Crane was taking a lot of money away from the company, so that's why they were struggling to do a lot of things with the Fables. And he was taking money away because the Crooked Man was paying him to do so, to manipulate it. So he was making that void that forced people to go to the Crooked Man for help, so he could keep them all under his thumb.
Fabletown's no longer as hard up as it was.
Because Fabletown is no longer having money funneled out of it because of Crane, then it's got the money going into it. So we should hopefully be able to help all of these people.
Counterpoint, at least like a day or two later, for regular people, nothing has changed. Bluebeard, the rich guy, still skips the line and goes straight in. Everyone else is waiting in fucking line and says this fucking line. It's the same shit.
I can't believe that he's skipping the line to go in there though because he's got business to do. I mean,
I imagine because he's rich and he helps fund the business office to a large degree.
Yeah,
that he gets preferential treatment because, as he says, you know.
But I mean, what could he be? What does he need doing that's going to take up so much time from everyone? If he's the guy.
I think it was mentioned he is a business owner. It's just never like gone into.
But I'm hopeful that we can help everyone now and make glamours cheaper, or free for the people that can't afford them, or exceptionally cheap, and ones that can pay for them. I don't know. We work out some sort of system.
You'd hope that something is workoutable.
Yeah.
I said Toad's Revenge, the lamp.
Yeah. It is unfortunate about Toad. I mean, we did give him the money, as you say, but he still didn't sort out his glamour. He had plenty of chances to do it. He decided not to.
We have to bear in mind that this is like a detective story, like a film noir. So, it's never entirely like a good ending. It's always a case of like, things might be getting better, but,
They also have to leave it intentionally open and vague enough so that whenever they do the second one, they have enough threads to pull on back to the first one.
I might actually pick up the comics at some point, have a look.
Yeah. But yeah, that was fun. That was interesting.
Yeah, I like that.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with the second one, and if we've actually made any changes, because a lot of these games, they sort of like give you loads of choices and they say they'll carry it all over, but then they don't. But
we'll see.
They make very weak callbacks to it, but we'll see.
One way or another, I think the Crooked Man was gonna like eat it. I think the story was driving the general direction. He's not getting off, so I think they'll end up like with Mass Effect games. You can do different endings most of the time, but they still hope to like one of them being canon.
Yeah.
So
there'll be a bigger bad guy for the next one, and the Crooked Man will have been one of his underlings or something.
I hope not.
like
I hate
that.
that trope.
Yeah, but
I think you should just let people like be bad without having to like be a lesser evil.
Well, hopefully there'll be a new story. Hopefully Bluebeard's not doing any dodgy stuff that we're going to have to investigate in.
Hopefully not. We'll see.
And we'll look forward to the next one. But that leaves us bang on time. So, okay, the second game looks good.
Oh, nice. Oh, thank you, Box.
Just saw the trailer. Have I got an easy way? Let me show my left screen. If I
Wolf Among Us trailer. Just pop that in the search bar. And then full screen it and left screen, I think. Let's watch the trailer together and see what's what.
Left screen, is it? Yeah, there we go. Right, let's have a look at the trailer.
You're
Inappropriate for
listed
children.
here as a private investigator. What does that sort of work entail?
Oh.
Depends on the night.
Things I've moved on.
Most nights it's watching, waiting for a slip up. I don't know, someone gets greedy, someone gets brave.
One of the dumbs?
And that's what you were doing the night of the incident.
Yeah. Took me weeks to track them down. They hadn't
Very
cast so
80s.
much as a shadow. Till that night.
You've been hesitant to share with us. I assume it has something to do with confidentiality associated with the job.
Okay with him.
Who's he?
Scarecrow.
Something like that.
Your boss, Miss White, said things didn't go as planned.
Therapy.
She mentioned that there was some violence.
Oh,
I'm in, man.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh god.
In the moments when you find yourself losing control.
Yeah, it is the Tin Man, isn't it? The Scarecrow, and that'll be.
Oh, lion.
Yeah.
That's Dorothy.
How does the anger manifest itself?
Become dog. Nice.
Looking nicely improved.
Gone to anger management.
Fun, interesting. I might, depending on how it goes, he looks much better this time. Hell yeah, yeah, he's
he
looking
does.
proper werewolfy.
Rather than like the Wolf Boy like situation from the Munsters. It's,
Yeah, he's looking proper werewolfy, so I like it. I might, depending on how I feel, I might play this again. But I'll do it recorded and I'll upload it to YouTube of being an absolute dickhead to everyone. Of, you know, being violent, being aggressive, throwing people around, being
See how much
chompy
it
and bitey,
changes.
and see how people respond. I might do that, record a couple of episodes, see how it goes, and upload that to YouTube. I'll not do it like I'll skip a lot of the dialogue because we've already seen that.
Like a supercut.
Yeah, it'll be like just go. Well, I mean, I'll play it. I'll be clicking through the dialogue.
Yeah.
Punching everyone at every chance. Hell yeah. So play it like I would. But yeah, I think that was fun. And I know that Mangy was saying don't play it as a policeman, but that's one of the things that I wanted to do. That was why I found this interesting, was to play it as a policeman, to try to apply normal how I would deal with these situations if I was actually dealing with it in real life. And we got the good ending.
Yeah, mostly.
we got the good ending. So but yeah, I think that was fun, and I'll continue that. I think for the second one, we'll approach it as if we were a Fable police officer, and we'll see it, because I think it's a fun little twist.
Yeah.
To put on stuff. And I have to say, I am so satisfied that I am the one sat here saying that, you know, no, we're going to be nice, we're going to be good, we're not going to do this, we're going to treat him properly. And all of you are sat there going, hit him, punch him, I'd kill him, I'd rip his head. And I'm sat here just thinking, thank fuck none of you are ever police officers.
Hey, I've decided not to pursue power because, you know, because it would make me too interesting.
I see. Well, there you go. We have had a fun time. I will see about doing that arsehole playthrough of it.
Yeah.
And I'll put that up onto YouTube. Wait, it says 2023. I assume it was delayed. I believe the last time I looked at it, so it shouldn't be too far away. Are you able to just Google it very quickly and see if there's a a release date? Because that was the reason why I wanted to play this, because I remember seeing that the second one is coming out soon, so I wanted to play it to get this fresh in everyone's head.
It just says 2024.
Just 2024. Okay, well, we've got that there. I'll slowly do the arsehole run, and I'll upload that onto YouTube, and it keeps everyone slightly interested and drip-fed to it. And if any of you see any news about it, about an actual coming date, let me know. We'll see about it, and we will get it done. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all very much for joining us. It's been fantastic. It's been fun. I've welcomed all of your inputs and all of your help with deciding things. It's been interesting to see people's where they fall on some moral decisions.
I think in this, I say, if we're going for pure like Law and Order, you are absolutely correct. On the other hand, I tend to hove more to a flexible moral compass in these situations.
Oh, I mean, that's why I found it fun though, is because I did have to rack my brain for doing it properly, and and if I couldn't justify it properly, then we didn't do it. But yeah, I think it was fun. It was good, and we will continue with the next one.
Looking forward to it.
So we will see you all in the next one. So until then, stay safe, have fun, and have a good one.
See you later.
Bye.